So here I am fixing my motherfucking house again. And I knew I probably should have framed the wall first, like before laying the plywood, but the plywood is leaned up against that wall. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna lay the plywood, then I'm gonna frame the wall. Besides, the plywood shouldn't take me that long, and the baby taking a nap, I could probably have the plywood laid by the time she wake up. So I did have to measure out around that door opening and cut off a little bit of it so that it would fit there properly. And then the plywood sheets, they need way more screws than what I'm giving them. I'm only just screwing them in all four corners just to hold them in place. And then before they install the carpet, I will go through and I will add all the screws that need to be added. So I made the majority of my cut with the circular saw, and then in the corner where it broke off, it was a little like leftover wood, and so I used my multi-tool to cut the rest of that out. Now, something I specifically want to point out to y'all is that how one side of the plywood is smooth and one side of the plywood has those black lines on it. Whether you're using the plywood for flooring or you're using it for exterior sheathing, you always want to install it so that the black lines are facing you. Those are guides for where you should put your screws at. Another thing I wanted to point out, I am staggering my drywall. So I'm staggering my plywood. So the first row that I did, I started from the left side of the room, and then the second row that I did, I started from the right side of the room. And then when I go to do the third row, again, I'm going to start from the left side of the room. That way all of my horizontal seams aren't lined up, they are staggered. I forget the reason why you supposed to stagger them, but I know you supposed to stagger them, and that's all I need to know, damn it. Then y'all tell me why I measured this piece out to cut around the door, and I cut the wrong side of it and had to remeasure it. Thankfully I was still able to use the piece and I didn't cut it too short. Oh, and so guess what, y'all? I decided I'm gonna just frame a new wall in front of the old wall rather than having to jack up and support the house to tear out the wall and reframe it, because it's load bearing.